Hi, buddy boy. Mr. Mario? Yeah, Mama's gonna get your food, okay, buddy? Where's she at? You better tell her. Tell her the food comes over here. Guys, it is springtime. There's green out in Goatville. You could be out there chowing down. You've been up here napping. You've been up here napping, being lazy bums.
Can I come in?
Come in hot.
Where were you at, Herc? Luigi, come over here, honey. Herc, go on. Go see your daddy. Hey,
Come on, buddy.
come on.
Pickles.
Over here.
Yeah.
Over there.
Did you eat quite a bit of that food of yours? Yeah. Hi, big boy.
I think I need to hold on to this as a weapon.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. The springtime is here.
It's official. We are having spring weather, and it's awesome.
It's like 80 degrees. Not quite, but it's gonna be today.
It's gonna be though, and it's beautiful. So
It's
all of you that have snow and bad weather still, we are very sorry.
sorry.
But you're just gonna have to enjoy our weather for a little bit.
In fact, you're gonna hear the complaints because I have a few. If you've been with us for a while, you know what these complaints are.
It's already happening.
It is in full swing. In a matter of 2 days, guys, red wasps everywhere,
Yeah.
all over the land, all over the goat shelter, all over our brand new shed shop.
I got stung yesterday.
She did. I thought I was gonna have to go to the ER.
For him, not for me.
Well, she freaked out, I freaked out, so I thought, well, I better go to the ER because she got hit. Man. Well, I tell you what, guys, it's gorgeous and it's wonderful, and we're gonna get so much done now that the weather is on our side. However, just like last year, we have new battles to fight, and it's these insects, man. Just because how long have we had the land?
A little over a year and a half, I think.
But apparently the wasps and everybody haven't seen that.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care that we're the owners and the occupants. They
Not
they want to do their own thing.
Yeah, and yes,
No.
I have a phobia. I've had goosebumps probably 30 times between yesterday
That's
and today.
legit too. He really does get goosebumps. It's kind of comical actually.
For her and for you.
Well, I feel bad for you.
I'm doing better. I'll be honest, I killed between probably 10 and 20 yesterday, and I want to say the vast majority, all but 2, were with my hat. So I'm getting better at being a little aggressive, and my aim is a little better. But these guys, I mean, they are everywhere, and it's hard to track them back to their nest. In fact, I just noticed when we came down here with the animals, right there, man. I don't know if you can see the one that's in there, but I bet you $1 they're gonna build a huge, massive nest in there. That being said, guess what I did all night last night and this morning? I am looking at the most effective way to manage wasps. They don't really have a true repellent that's directly geared for them, but they do have some that will actually help take care of mosquitoes, ticks, wasps, 30, 40 other things, and we're gonna try it all. So if you guys ever want to contribute to the channel, I will tell you right now, we are gonna spend an absurd amount of money on wasp spray, be it, you know, the one-time shot and kill, or the ones we come out of an evening and spray everything to kind of keep them away. We've got to try to keep them at bay because they're absolutely annoying. And if we don't stop them a little bit, we're gonna have them in the camper. We're gonna have nests up in the camper. They're already trying on the awning. Anyway, I digress. I had to get that out. Wasps, love them.
So, whatever your favorite wasp spray is that you just swear is the best, feel free to send it to us.
Yeah. Yeah, we've tried some of the natural stuff. We've tried water with the dish soap in it and a squirt gun. It kind of works, but you really got to soak them down, and they're not dead when they go down. So you got to get on them. What's going on down here?
He thinks there's food in there, and he's got his head buried in there trying to get it.
Luigi, buddy, once you get to the bottom and you realize there's none there, is it still worth it?
Here's the thing, though. I would rather him sit here and lick on the bowl than try to eat my shirt.
He
Thanks,
is
Grandpa.
a clothing eater.
I'm
love
blaming that on Grandpa. He let him eat his clothing.
Yeah. Well, buddy, is my paranoia gonna be bad for you because I jump and then you go flying? Golly, get him, Herc. Buddy, you get all them turkey buzzards. You get all those turkey buzzards. Can you get wasps for me? Huh?
Oh, babe, I gotta get some hay and give it to them.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Aww.
Morning time hug. Oh, he's my buddy.
You're so sweet, Herc.
My big boy. He was out here howling this morning, just a talking. Yeah. Didn't you catch him on the camera getting some howls in?
I did catch him howling. It was pretty adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hand some hay over to you, okay?
Okay, we got hay in the goat shelter. I think we have red wasps up behind that siding right there that I improperly installed. So there's a massive gap with an opening on each end. I'm gonna have to get a little thrifty and come up with some idea to close that off. So I'll get some spray up in there. We'll come back out of an evening or early morning. They don't typically come out. I want to say it's about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Starts to warm up a bit. Now in the summertime they'll be out earlier, but at least in spring right now we have a little time in the mornings. But they are in this shelter. And I know people say just stay calm, don't worry about it. The red wasp, no, it's different. I may be a baby, I know it. I know I have a phobia, but truth be told, our red wasps are overly curious and they will come just buzz you right in the face, get right in your pocket, and then if you so much as swing at them, they're hacked off at you. So you gotta make sure you're getting the kill shot or you gotta be on the move. Oh, I forgot about the fun we had all this last year.
Come hang out. Oh, your paws are wet. Your paws are wet. Did you go stick your feet in the water? You keep slobbering me, dude. And I love you so much, but that's a lot of slobber. Yeah, it's a lot of slobber. You know what's nice is look how much their little area here is already shaded.
Yeah.
This tree right here has already got a lot of buds on it. And I think once this tree really blooms out, they're gonna have a ton of shade in this little pin up here.
Okay, so summation, spring is here, it's beautiful. I think we got about a week's worth of this weather with a little bit of sparing rain here and there. We'll take the rain, we need that too. But the shed, we're making progress. And I don't know if you've seen it in the background as I've been walking around and turning around, but we made some good progress yesterday. And quite frankly, we're pretty proud of it.
Very proud of it.
Yeah. So the steps that we were at, the primary thing we had to do, red wasp. Oh, I forgot how much of this you're gonna get. Man, look at look, he's up there, he's calling all his friends saying, come check out the goat shelter. Anyway, shed, siding, it's tedious. It's very tedious. Plus we have the angle up at the top where the roof line is. And because there were wasps all up in the eave yesterday, I mean, we're up on ladders. Poor Shannon got dive bombed. I tried to stay off the ladders as much as possible.
You got dive bombed too.
I got
It wasn't
dive
just
bombed.
me.
No, yeah, and I killed a bunch of them. I was trying to watch your back, babe. But we got it done. We got it sighted. You just kind of have to strap in and go. So here's some of the footage of that, and it's fantastic. We just have a few more steps left, so take a look at this. Beep, 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 beep.
So I'm not gonna lie, this whole siding project is very tedious. And I mean tedious. And it was all fun and games until we got to the point where it was like cut every single board to have to put the siding up. But
You think fun and games? It was fun and games for a minute?
well, I did think it was fun. And
Huh.
then I had to cut literally every board or have you cut it for me. And I was like, all right, this is just time consuming at this point. But I do think it looks really good.
Yeah, except for the decorations of red spottingly everywhere.
We have several little red spots and 100% wasps are checking it out and trying to make it their home.
I'm having to get my game face back on. I knew they were coming, but it's not until they're here and they're all aggressive and hungry and trying to map out, basically they're marking their territories to build nests and bring friends, and
I can see 3 right now.
we can't have that. Yeah, we can't. Son of a gun! I'm gonna break my neck.
Well, here I am trying to get a shot of the wasp and I totally missed you.
Goosebumps. Literal goosebumps. They buzz you, man. Like he comes right here in your face and you back off. I can't even get the goosebumps to go away. Okay, so here's the task at hand. Because we put up the siding the way we did, some of them, they're all stapled at the top. The bottoms of them are not really sealed, and we did that intentionally. We kind of left them that way. We're gonna come back through, check out the side profile of some of them. Yeah, here you go. So check out these 2 boards right here. We can't have that, which is fine. Again, we knew we were doing it as we were doing it, but we didn't want to unnecessarily just unload staples all throughout the boards if we didn't have to. So we'll come back, we'll close up those. Shannon did an awesome job on spacing these out, babe. You did great.
Thank you.
And they're not bad. I mean, we may have to run a total of 50-ish staples, give or take, for the whole thing.
I bet I can put more than that in there.
I'm 100% sure you can. But look at the angle. We were able to trace off that angle for the roof without having to get too technical with it. But then we made a pattern and we just continued to use it because the angle stays the same the whole way up. And quite frankly, I'm very proud of how that turned out.
Yeah, it looks great. You did a really good job on that.
Well, it was a team effort, but the fact that we got that done with wasps up there in our faces,
That was not very fun.
Well, we couldn't work on it right now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right up there. And if we leave the shed doors open, they go right in. And I'm 100% sure they're gonna start, they leave this weird little white something or other behind. And I think it's just how they and their friends know to come back and continue building. And so we're gonna have to get a little.
Are you saying they're pooping in our shed?
No, I'm saying they're saying, hey, other wasps, come here. This guy's easy to scare, and we could build a massive mansion in here.
Oh man.
I am on.
This is gonna be a
high
rough
alert.
summer, guys.
No,
This is
we're gonna
be
get
rough.
there. I just got to get warmed up to it. I got to stop jumping when butterflies go by, thinking everything is a wasp. I might have to go get hypnotized, maybe see a counselor.
That's a good idea. You should get hypnotized.
Yeah, it's gonna take something. It's gonna take something. So we're gonna address that, but we did have a viewer make a really good suggestion because I was kind of annoyed that we couldn't just leave the shed doors open all day, coming and going, and it makes sense, birds and wasps and everything. But we may look at like those, were they like the screen door? Like a mesh screen door that we can put up around the door frame, leave the doors open. Maybe some of them are magnetized, it's not gonna be 100% foolproof, but that would help a lot at deterring them. Right now I'm pouring gasoline on little pieces of wood because they don't like the smell of gasoline, but it's windy enough that it ain't getting up high enough to deter them from getting off that eave.
Surprisingly, that actually works too, because I was on the ladder yesterday whenever they just kept buzzing us, and Kyle took a couple of boards and just poured some gasoline on them, and they actually stayed away for a little while. So I don't know what it is, but that actually worked.
Well, I might have stole that from your dad because your dad's got a bunch of red wasps at his shop, and I'm pretty sure he sprays them down with gasoline to stop them.
He might. I'm trying to get Kyle to come closer to the shed so that we can stand in the shade, and he won't do it.
There's one above you. See him? See the one on the corner over here? See how brave I'm being? I can take my eyes off of him for a second. Here's the really cool thing. JR and his wife, when they came out and helped us put the metal on the roof and everything, well, they've been watching the channel. And so he gets a good chuckle out of my phobia, and he knows how deathly terrified I am of these things, and I wish I could just get over it. However, when I asked him, I said, hey, when we put all the metal on the roof, how do we seal it? And he's like, well, you're not gonna get any water or anything in there. I was like, well, I'm not really concerned about the water even. How do we keep the wasps out? And he kind of chuckled and he was like, I've got you. So basically, the way that this thing is roofed and everything, the J-trim and the soffit, it all pieces together very, very tightly so that they shouldn't be able to get into the shed from the soffit. However, JR wasn't here to watch me do the other 3 corners. And, they might not be quite as tight as his over there, but I don't know. Even if they got in there, I don't know that they could actually get into the shed or if they'll just be up above the soffit, at which point I would think they would cook over time because it's so hot in there. So we're gonna go the extra measure to get some kind of repellent spray to deter them, and we're gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm talking to myself here. But
Keep talking yourself up, babe.
It was nice to know you guys. If I get hit, I'm not brave like Shannon. She bounced right back. I'll be at the hospital for a week. I can just hear him. They just come in, man, ready to buzz. So, look, there's a red wasp inside trying to get out through the window right now. Burn, buddy, burn. So you saw us get the trim up, and I did do a little bit of caulking before we did the siding, at least where the trim comes in contact with the wall. And then I will come back and do a little bit more around this just to really make sure we've got that sealed really well. But Shannon and I both, we've never done this before.
Nope.
So we got a little creative with how we trimmed out, and we've kind of been debating, putting one more piece right here, but realistically, we are very pleased with the outcome, and we notched that out, and quite frankly, I think we did a pretty good job. It
turned out, I'm not gonna lie, it turned out better than I was expecting. I had expectations, but this is way better. This definitely exceeds them.
Well, and again, Caleb, the planks that we had that ended up going bad, they would have looked great. It would have given a nice rustic look. It would have taken us a lot longer because they were narrower and everything. So to get these guys, sorry, butterfly. So to get these big yeah, I know. I don't know. So to get these big 6-inch pine planks, it really truly was a blessing.
Oh man, thank you so much.
A little bit more uniform so we could be a little more consistent and we could get in a rhythm and just kind of keep going. So now I'm really looking forward to when Shannon gets that torch out, starts to dress this up just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And get it weather sealed, get it wasp sealed. And then, can I put some electricity in this thing, please?
You can put some electricity in it at that point.
Yeah, this thing's gonna be way over electrified for a shed, but.
They're already calling it a man cave. There was something else that they're referring to it as your space, basically. So that means a she shed is gonna have to come. I'm gonna have to have my own space.
I'll build you one.
Okay.
In 2025.
Hey.
Well,
we'll see if I can get it sooner than that.
Yeah. I can't stop looking at there's a wasp over here, wasp over there.
Oh man.
No,
guys.
babe, I'm very pleased with it. We got done last night, like just about dusk. The sun was just starting to set. The moon was coming up over here.
It was beautiful.
It was so nice. And I cannot tell you how long we just sat over at a distance. No, we might have ridden around the property on the 4-wheeler just to get all the different angles and see it everywhere. And then we parked up here and just kind of sat down for once and stared at it.
Enjoyed it. It was nice.
Yeah. All right, so the final steps on the shed, like we said, Shannon's gonna get to light that thing on fire, and I'm pretty excited about it. We're not that concerned about the house wrap behind the siding. I know a lot of folks have mentioned it. We've talked about it and thought about it. For one, we're gonna have the hose up here. We've got a little fire extinguisher just in case. But the reality is that stuff is pressed up against that so well that there's not really enough oxygen or room back there for that to combust. It could potentially melt in a few places or anywhere there's little frays or whatever they may singe up, but I really think we're gonna be moving fast enough that...
That's what I was gonna say. Oh.
Has he left me alone yet?
No, he's still chasing you.
Why are you? You're not supposed to film it. You're supposed to run him off for me. Be my hero.
Why would I chase the wasp if it's chasing you?
Did you hear what you just said? I would save your life. I would jump in front of a bullet, a train, anything except for wasps for you.
Exactly. Trust me, yesterday, you at least...
Son of a gun, where is he at? I'm so sorry.
It is following
I can see his stinking shadow, man.
It's totally following him.
They can smell me. They know I'm afraid. I looked it up, guys. I'm wearing the right clothes today. I don't have any perfume on. I don't have any body spray. I smell like outside. I don't know.
Okay, so what we were saying is, I need to just let you be able to run for just a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep the flamethrower or the torch or anything on a concentrated spot for so long that it's going to catch the house wrap on fire or anything like that. Like, those planks are, most of them are an inch thick, and so if I just do a light little grazing, brushing, whatever you want to call it, it's not going to be that big of a deal.
You're doing great.
Is he freaking out?
I'm just watching her back for us.
Oh, I need to find those little face nets.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got a bunch of stuff.
Somebody sent us last year some face nets for the bugs and stuff to keep them out of our faces.
Oh, you know what? There was a video where we were eating gnats. We were up front. Golly, it's all coming back. You know what? Shannon and I may have to binge watch some of our videos from this time last year to see what we were running into and maybe strategize a little bit how to combat this. Because I thought that being out here, having the animals out here, clearing a little bit of this, I really thought it wasn't going to be quite as bad.
Not true.
No, now they are looking for what we took away, and so they're replacing it with these new buildings we've put in place and stuff. And they don't like that we're living here, but that's fine. So
we're not going anywhere.
Shed is almost done. When that's done, I'm gonna build a big screened in area around it so the wasps can't get to it. I'm sort of kidding.
Oh, I don't even think you're kidding at this point.
Well, deep down inside, I'm really not, yeah. But it doesn't make sense, and I'm gonna get better at this. Somehow, I don't know how. I really don't. I do have one theory though, and we talked about this last time, and there was some really good feedback. And believe it or not, Shannon and I believe, have actually changed our minds because of what you guys told us.
Because of your feedback.
Great points.
Yeah.
The chicken coop. For one, we know that Dad has not hatched enough that it would take to make any kind of a dent out here in our insects and everything. However, we got to start somewhere. And I know Dad, and I know Dad's chickens, and I know the dances they're used to. So we will start with those. Shannon and I are talking about and actively looking for other options to add more chickens, to get guineas. You know, I know we're gonna have to step it up. And out here, we're liable to lose some, and I apologize in advance. It's not that we want to, we're gonna do the best we can. But I mean, just last night while Shannon and I are sitting out here enjoying the shed, we hear commotion out here. There's a turkey that got treed, and I don't know what was chasing it. And that's just the nature of living in the country. So we'll do the best we can, but I think we're gonna try to utilize more of our pallets. Shannon has really proven herself with her pallet skills. So I thought, well, if we start there, then she can shine and build me a coop.
You know what? I would be happy to do that just for you and give you a break from building.
I love it. So the suggestion, where we're standing right now, please don't mind the mess. You guys know we're working on the shed and everything. But where we're standing right now, over here, that's where we cleared. I pushed all that stuff up the hill. The old chicken coop used to be over there. And while I think that would be a great position for the chickens as far as placement on the land, so that as they free range, they're not going, you know, too far to the property lines or anything, that would be good. But one of our big concerns is Hercules and the chickens. And somebody said, hey, why don't you put the chickens a little closer to where Herc is? And that way he knows, hey, these live here on the farm. They're not just crazy birds that I got to eat or run off or whatever. And I think that's a wonderful idea. Not only would they see them, you know, quite often, but they would see us going in there, cleaning the coop, you know, addressing the chickens, being friends with them. And although that doesn't really help whenever we do that with the goats, he still wants to play with the goats and attack them. At least it gives us a better training position than if they were up here and we had to come get Hercules, bring him up here and say, hey, these are your chickens that you don't eat.
Yeah.
I don't think that would fly. So we've been discussing somewhere over here. We kind of got a couple of ideas, but it's nothing solidified yet. So we'll share that with you as we get more details. Somebody also mentioned, hey, you got that critter getter. Why don't you just alter the critter getter? And that is a good idea. That's one we talked about. However, believe it or not, we might need the critter getter. We might need it very soon. I don't know. So critter getter is not getting taken down. And in fact, I think we're gonna put it to use here shortly, aren't we?
Pretty shortly.
So all we're saying is critter getter is out of commission for a chicken coop potential, right?
Yes.
We'll talk about that in an upcoming video. Look at him. Look at him, he's just up there being all evil. I can smell it. Look at him, he's like, wow, where can I build my house? This is great, this will be wonderful. This is what I'm gonna do.
He's plotting against you.
Kyle's gonna come in, I can dive bomb him from here. I hate those things. I think I saw one excuse. Somebody said, they help eat something or other that does something in your garden. Well, I'd rather combat whatever it is that it does in the garden. Let's just get rid of the wasps. We don't need them. So let me know. I am curious, do chickens and guineas, is there any way that those guys would hunt wasps? I'm pretty sure I know they will eat them, but I have a feeling it's not gonna be an active hunt. It's just gonna be oh, there's a wasp I can reach, I'll eat it. I need birds that will get them. We have some down on the well house. Shannon and I are actually leaving the nest down there because I want them to do their job and help with the wasps in case we need to go in there before we get to remodeling it. But the shed is almost done.
It is almost done.
Man, it looks like a monstrosity when you're standing next to it.
It is a monstrosity. This thing's huge.
I know. It's just out here in the open, you know, without anything around it to kind of give you an idea. I mean, that's a 35-foot camper. I know it's spatially a little further back, but that's not a small camper. That is not a small shed.
I'm very proud of us for this. This is awesome.
I am very proud of you. You know what?
You should be proud of us.
I'm very proud of this one too. In fact, I'm just really looking forward to seeing it burnt and weather sealed. And then I'm gonna get electricity in there so that we can make this thing just hop.
Well, we've got to give it a few days before I can burn it because we do have rain coming. So I need it all to be dry so that I can seal it afterwards. So
yeah, and you can actually see this line right here. It's kind of two-tone from here down.
Oh, from here to here.
Yeah, that lumber's been on there about a day or two longer than this up here. So as this gets hit with our evening sun, which sets over here, it should dry that out enough and kind of match these two. But we basically want them to be at a similar moisture content before we go burning them.
Yeah. And then I need it to be dry for several days so I can seal them.
Exactly.
I'm so proud of this.
I'm proud of this, I'm proud of the weather. It's just time to start battling the wasps. If we can keep them at bay, keep them out of the shed, kind of keep them out of this area here. I mean, guys, we're not gonna try to stop them from being out here on the land. That is not even.
Well, that's impossible.
It's impossible, and it's not even a goal of ours. However, right up around our living quarters, if we can get all this stuff picked up off the ground, get the stuff in the shed that we built the shed for, I think it will help up here a lot. And then we need to talk about the foam below the camper in another video, but that's, again.
Oh, we have some questions about that.
It's another topic of discussion. All right, well, we are gonna take advantage of this nice warm day. We got plenty to work on. We had a long, full day of work yesterday, similar weather, so we're gonna have to remember to take breaks because we have a tendency to just go. Yeah, we gotta eat sometime too, don't we? All the stuff.
All the things.
Take care of yourself when you're working on stuff like this.
Yep.
All right, guys, well, we are super excited about this shed and we're starting to finally see and feel the benefits from all the hard work that we've put into it. And we're very excited.
Yes, we are.
So thank you guys for the kind words and compliments you've given. If you've seen it on social media or on other YouTube videos, it does help us, it drives us, and we love and appreciate it. Speaking of which, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure